Welcome to Convertibot Reviews. I'm your host, Convertibot, and the star of the show today is a studio series number 114, Transformers 1 Megatron. And yeah, right out of the box, he does look really good, so I do have a lot of qualms about this figure. Alright, which basically boils down to some of the same criticisms I have of the Optimus figure as well. But hey, it's not a bad figure. I just wish there was a little more. Let's get into it.
So yeah, the painting and sculpting on this guy is... well, the sculpting is actually really dang good. The painting is where it really falls flat. Again, this is the same issue I had with the Studio Series 112 Optimus. And yeah, I just wish there was a little bit more paint apps, that he looked more silver like he does in the film. That, and it's also kind of weird that they decided to mold the hands into the treads like this as well. And that head sculpt does not do it any justice. Fortunately, Megabutt here has some accessories to go along with him. He's got his classic fusion cannon, extra guns he used in the movie. Yeah, it's actually not a bad complement of accessories. Not to mention, they are blast effect compatible, at least the fusion cannon is. The rest, well, aren't so much. Depends on what you got. Also, like all Studio Series figures before 2025, rest in peace to the backdrops. This one is the same as you get with the Studio Series 112 Optimus. And yeah, rest in peace backdrop 2025, you will not be missed. Initially I was going to go over the posability for this figure, but it is very basic. There's only two major points of posability that I would want to point out to begin with. And that's the fact that his arm has got a double jointed elbow, which very nice, and his leg has a mid-thigh hinge joint for the transformation, which does allow for some sassy poses. Needless to say, just for having a little bit of extra posability compared to your standard deluxe class figure, yeah, it makes all the difference. Granted, not much. It really does boil down to a what-if kind of scenario. Alright, I'm still in the wheelhouse that I would love to see this figure upscaled to Voyager. But, yeah, what can you do? Here's hoping we get a knockoff that totally upscales it, adds some die-cast metal and all that. Wishful thinking. But hey, it worked in the past. Size-wise, he's pretty decent. Here is Studio Series 114 Megatron next to Studio Series 86 Bumblebee, 86 Coronation Starscream, the New Age Herbie and Vanishing Point, our previous review, and the Studio Series 114 TF1 Optimus Prime, and yes, they look absolutely amazing together. Look, scale, accessories, posability, all on point. What about that transformation? Cue the music. Side note, his backpack does like to pop off. Just move it to the side. You can reattach it later. Transformation wasn't that bad, but I do have some qualms about the actual design of this tank. It is actually a very nice tank. The tank has some articulation at the turret there, which is pretty good. It is a little limited. However, there are stuff along the lines of a visible head in the tank mode that I just do not like. And yeah, this is where I think a lot of the design comes from the concept art of the figure and mode, as opposed to the actual final product. Just needs some more cleaning up. Also, the glaring lack of wheels for the treads. Yeah, come on, Hasbro. Basic play feature here. Not totally mass shifting, but Mega Diva definitely got a little smaller here. Here he is next to Bumblebee, Starscream, Herbie and Vanishing Point, and Studio Series 114 Optimus Prime. And yes, they look absolutely amazing together, even in vehicle mode. Props to that.
Overall, TF1 Megs for this price is not bad. Alright, you get a very decent representation of Megatron as he is at the end of the movie. My only gripes are it should have had better painting. Alright, it should have had a much larger figure. It should have been a Voyager from the start. Alright, similar to how I feel about Optimus here. Basically, boils down to Hasbro doing a little bit of cost cutting. Not the greatest, but it is what it is. I'm Convertibot. That's TF1 Megatron. And yeah, hope you enjoy the review. As for my next one, I'm surprised this damn thing even transforms. Like, holy cow. It's beautiful. Stay tuned.